So, I'm in art school now, and you know what that means. Art school means that you make a lot of art. But that's perfect for today because I am going to do my homework in this video because I'm in art school. ZSCM, the wonderful company, has provided some art supplies for me, and I'm going to use them to complete my homework. I hate homework still. As an art student, how do I even open this? As an art student, a lot of my homework involves drawing, and for one of my classes, they literally made me draw 1 page a day in a sketchbook. Isn't that crazy? You'll see later what kind of sketchbooks I'm talking about. But yeah, so this is their 72 color art brush set. This is pretty cool, you know? I am completed the swatches, and I did incorporate the water aspect into it with my water brush. The blendability is pretty good regardless of the water, like as I tried out here. Yeah, let me talk about my homework now. This is my art sketchbook. A little plug here, but it's huge. It's humongous. It's letter size paper, but you know, I digress. For context, this is the size of my main sketchbook. My main sketchbooks are mainly going to be that size because I can't work on anything bigger, but I was required to have a sketchbook like this in order to draw every day on for homework, and it does get checked. I have actually been keeping up with this sketchbook. So far I've done like around 23 days. I saw the colors that the markers provided, and I instantly thought about Yanta on the very first section of the pack, actually, because it had a pink and this color, and you already know those two colors together essentially make Yanta, and maybe I guess a black, but you know, Yanta. But yeah, Yanta's my OC, and let's head on to the coloring and I'll do my review from there. So again, ZSCM was very kind and sent me the 72 color set of brush and pen tip, fine tip markers, which you could see me trying here, and I also did a little bit of testing with another set that they sent me, which was the 8 color metallic marker pens. Both of these markers are water-based, and obviously the 72 set comes with 2 sides. And I actually haven't tried Posca pens before, but the 8 metallic pens actually, like, the feel of it reminds me of Posca pens just because I had to like stab it into the page to get the ink flowing. But yeah, so the 72 color markers come at a price of $49.99 US, and guys, I don't know about you, but this is pretty crazy for me. I've actually never tried a water brush before, but a price like this, literally 60 cents or like 70 cents a brush or a pen, is actually crazy to me. As almost always, I have this little fancy link in the description if you guys want to check this out for yourselves, but dude, I highly recommend because of the cheap price, and I'm sure they have other packs in their store, which I will also link in the description, but this is like the best for your buck. And of course, the metallic marker pens come at $17.60 USD, and they do have a really good ink to them, which is obviously metallic. And since that is the case, it could be used on a variety of surfaces, not just white paper. One observation that I made while doing this piece was, I think it's because it's a water brush, but when I tested this out and did a whole bunch of layers and even added water on top of the markers, like the 72 color set, it did not bleed through the page. And the sketchbook that I'm using here is an Artist Love sketchbook. Yeah, I know, cursed, but it's an Artist Love sketchbook, and it actually held up super well with these markers, which is insane. But yes, in my experience, I guess since I used a lot of water to dilute it and to play around with the water-based aspect of it, I think that's why it didn't bleed. But if you want to use it straight for just the markers, again, I advise you to put a paper in the back just to prevent like bleeding onto like 10 other pages. But yes, aside from that, another thing that I found good was the fact that it had a fine liner attached to it, and I love that I could have 72 colors like fine liners now, which is pretty crazy to me. I've been doing a lot of works with fine liners recently, so I've been wanting a lot of colored pens, and ZSCM really pulled through with that, and also did a double whammy with providing more brushes, because we love brushes in this household. But yeah, this is kind of out of the norm of the reviews on this channel, solely because it's a new water-based item, but I suggest that you try it out if you really want to try something that's quick and easy to use. One last thing I'll talk about is the contents of the actual carrying case, and yes, it comes to the carrying case, which is like, I'm mostly going to talk about the 72 colors if you guys haven't noticed yet, but yes. It comes in a slick black carrying case, and inside that has a DIY coloring book along with a swatch sheet. I didn't necessarily use it on my own paper just because I wanted to see how it would react with the artist loft paper before going in to do my homework. But yeah, in the end, these markers were worth the shot, and thank you again to ZSCM for sending these over. I really appreciate it and had so much fun. Here is the completed piece. Thank you guys so much if you have gotten this far into the video. I know it may have been a weird concept, but hey, I got my homework done. Anyone who's at school right now, get your homework done, guys. I'm rooting for you. And yeah, thank you so much again to ZSCM for sending me these markers to review. If you guys like this video, please do consider hitting that thumbs up button and maybe subscribe and hit that notification bell. I post once every blue moon, though I'm trying to be more consistent. But yeah, that's Yanta, that's Vanilla. Goodbye.